Lesson number 78. Don't finish every book you start. It is so easy to feel compelled to finish every book you start. A great sense of guilt fills our mind if we do not reach to the end of the book we used to we used our hard-earned dollars to buy. But not every book deserves to be read in its entirety. As Francis Bacon said, some books are to be tasted, others are to be swallowed, and some few are to be chewed and digested. That is, some some books are to be read only in parts, others to be read, but not curiously, and some few books are to be read wholly and with diligence and attraction. I myself was guilty of feeling the need to read every book I picked up in the beginning till the end. I soon found out that not only did my reading pile became unmanageable, but to enjoy the pastime of but I began to enjoy the pastime of reading lesser than I had before. Once I decided I would be more selective about which books I actually completed, I not only got through more of them, I found I learned more from the books I'm reading. If you find after reading for the first three chapters of the book, you have not gained any worthwhile information of that book, or that book has failed to keep your attention, do yourself a favor. Put the book away and make better use of your time. Like reading the next book in your pile. Next lesson, lesson number 79. Don't be so hard on yourself. It is easy to spend much of your days beating up on yourself for the past mistakes that you have done. We analyze the relationships that have failed relentlessly and relentlessly review all the things we did wrong. Or we look at the business decision that cost us so much and dwell on the things that could have been right. Once and for all, stop being so hard on yourself. You are a human being, and human beings have been designed to make mistakes. As long as you don't keep on making the same errors time and again, and have a good judgment to let your past serve you, you will be on the right track. Accept them and move on. As Mark Twain wrote, we should be grateful to get out and experience only the wisdom that is in it, and stop there. Least lest we all are like the cat that sits down and on the hot stove cats that sit down on stove lit. It will never sit down on a hot stove lit again. And that is well, but so it will never sit down on the cold one anymore. Coming to the realization that we all make mistakes and that they are essential to our growth and progress is liberating. We lost the need to be perfect and adopt a saner way of viewing our lives. We can begin to flow through life the way a mountain stream flows through the leafy forest, powerfully yet gracefully. We can finally be at peace with our true nature. An excellent way to raise to a higher level of enlightenment and personal wisdom is to make the list of 10 biggest things or mistakes that you have made in your life. On the left hand side of the page within when you write your journal. Then on the right hand side, write down the corresponding lessons you have learned from the mistakes you have made in your life. Of those so-called failures. Make a list out of your learnings, out of your mistakes or failures that we have. You will soon see that your life would not be as rich and colorful without the mistakes of your past. So be gentler to yourself and see life for what it really is, a path of self discovery, personal growth, and lifelong learnings. Lesson number 80: make a vow of silence. The Buddhist monk have the favorite strategy to build willpower, one that has been used by many cultures over the years and to create enormous amounts of inner strength and to resolve the conflicts that we have from our inner strengths. It is the vow of silence. Staying quiet for short periods of time build willpower and self control because you exert force on your will by not giving it an impulse to talk. So many people talk for more than they have to do. Rather than speaking precisely and communicating only what needs to be said, all too often we go on and on. This in itself a lack of self discipline. Discipline involves saying exactly what needs to be said and preserving your precious mental energy by not talking much more than you have to. Measured, precise speech is also a sign of clear thought and of a serene mind. A strategy that you can apply today to improve your personal discipline is to keep a vow of silence for 1 hour a day over the next 7 days. Don't speak at all during this silent time. Or, if you must, speak only in direct response to a question or and offer a clear, crisp answer rather than rattling about everything from what was on the TV last night to where you hope to have a vacation this summer. The vow of silence can be adopted politely and warmly. The idea is to make you stronger and to enhance your will, not to hinder your relationships. Within a matter of days, you will feel a sense of mastery and strength growing within you. Judge by the results, they will speak for themselves. Lesson number 81: don't pick up the phone every time it rings. The telephone is there for your convenience, not for the convenience of your callers. Yet, as soon as you hear the phone ring, we act as if we are firefighters rushing to quench the fire. We run to pick it up as if our lives depend on that phone call. I have seen people interrupt quiet family dinners, dedicated reading times, and meditation periods to answer those seemingly urgent phone calls, many of which turn out to be from the ones that turn out to be ones that we could have taken later. Voicemail, though not perfect, is in many ways one of the best blessings of the modern age. It frees you up to do the things you want by allowing you to answer the calls when it suits you. You no longer need to be interrupted by a ringing phone call and can spend the time of your lives on the more important pursuits. The habit of picking the phone call every time it rings is a hard one to break, as I know from the personal experience. It is so easy to run to it, simply because we want to know who is calling us. Often, picking up the ringing phone is just another way of putting off doing something that you really don't want to do. But once you get good at letting it ring and staying focused on your activity that you have in hand, whether it's reading a book, having a heart to heart conversation with your life partner, or with playing with your kids, you will wonder what the hurry to pick up the phone was all about in the first place. Lesson number 82: remember that recreation must involve recreation. Remember that recreation must involve recreation. After a tiring day at work, it is easy to curl up on the couch and spend the next 3 to 4 hours watching television. The irony is that if you are the most are like the most people, you actually feel the fatigue after watching TV too much than you felt when you first sat down. Recreation is tremendously important in a balanced life, but recreation must serve you to recreate you. Recreation must restore you and bring you back to life. Real recreation will fill you with the renewed sense of optimism and energy. True recreation connects you to the highest and best within you while rekindling your inner life. As Plato noted, my belief is not that a good body by any bodily excellence improves the soul, but by the contrary, that a good soul by her own excellence improves the body, as far as this may be possible. Effective recreation then must involve some pursuits that soothe your soul. Lesson number 83: Choose worthy opponents. I read recently that Olympic athletes return home from the games. Some of them suffer from what psychologists call POD, post Olympic depression. After being the world's spotlight for the and training for years to excel in a competition, the athletes who suffer from this affliction fall into a state of depression once they get back to their daily lives. It seems that having achieved the pinnacle of success, there is no higher target for them to aim in their lives. So, life in their lives, they lose the meaning of it. A similar phenomena was experienced by Apollo astronauts who walked on the moon. After achieving this, they grew dejected at the realization that few things in life could match the excitement of traveling into the moon. To maintain a healthy level of optimism and passion for life, you must keep on setting higher and higher goals. On attaining a goal, whether it's a career goal or a personal one, it is essential that you quickly set a next one. I call the process of setting progressively bigger and managing more engaging goals choosing worthy opponents. And when I was practicing law, I spent much of my time in courtrooms representing the interest of my clients. Over the years, I argued these causes. I always found I performed best when I appeared against my toughest opponents. Those bright, highly prepared, and exceptionally focused litigators forced me to get to the core issue before the judge and deliver my argument effectively. The worthiest opponent compelled me to reach deep within myself and do better, even better than I had previously done. In the same way, selecting a steady stream of compelling goals will liberate the fullness of your talents. Remember, diamonds are created through steady pressure. So make certain your goals are worthy of you. Make sure they are the kind of challenges that will keep you or will force you to reach into your heart and bring out the best within you, helping you grow in the process. In the personal coaching sessions I conduct around the country, many of the participants already have achieved what I would consider success and in both their careers and in their lives. They are highly respected, influential, and they enjoy what they do while leading a balanced and fulfilling personal lives. Yet they join my program because they know deep down they can be more and that life holds greater rewards for them. They understand that in order to manifest their human potential and leave a legacy that lasts, they must keep reading and raising the bar and holding themselves to a higher standard. And because of that attitude of constant improvement, life does send greater blessings their way. We are done with chapter till chapter lesson 83. Thank you so much.